Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5, and today a Pontiac is Ponty back. I know that pun was bad. But the Pontiac Trans-AM from 1973 can be yours for just 20 points. This thing has 372 brake horsepower, 480 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs a whopping 3,700 pounds with a 7.46 litre engine. And if you saw my video on the Hot Wheels version of this car, it is essentially this, just with a bit more flared arches and whatnot, but it does look really cool. And going to the inside, of course, there's a lot more sort of gauges and stuff, a lot more dials, and a few less screens than we had last week. And now let's go ahead and take a listen to this almighty thing. And here we are now over at the upgrade shops. Let's go ahead and jump straight to conversion and see what we have. We've got a few engine swaps. We have got, oh god, we have way more than just a few. We've got a 6.2 litre V8. We've got a 6.7 litre V8 turbo diesel. We've also got ourselves an 8.4 litre V10. We've got ourselves a 7 litre V8, a 7.7 litre V12. The list keeps going on. The racing 7.2 litre V8, and of course the 8.9 litre V8 dual supercharged engine capable of 1,500 brake horsepower. And in case you want to, you can go ahead and throw a supercharger into this as well. As for aero and appearance, let's go ahead and see what we've got. Just terrible tacky Forza bumper at the front, and for the back we've got the option of another Forza wing. Terrible. Anyway, going on to the bonnet, we've got the option to have the engine go completely through the hood, and honestly that does look really cool, but we're going to come back to that later. Because for now we're going to go ahead and put this thing onto some semi-slicks and make this thing into an A-class race build. So I'll be right back. So at the end of my little upgrading spree, we are just under £3,000 now with a 483 brake horsepower. But the one thing it's missing is a brand new coat of paint. So going to advanced options, we have nothing sadly, but we do have quite a fair few different manufacturer colours. So here we go. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colours. And honestly, I really do like the white and blue, but also the green as well. It just looks fantastic. But I think for now, we're going to stick with the white. And then wait and aid while it loads. Ah, the fun part of Forza. Now, one paint I wish they'd included for this would have been the black and gold, because honestly it looks absolutely timeless, and it would just be a really nice addition to have now we have the car in the game. Oh, did I mention I really want to see one of these cars in person? And away we go. Let's go ahead and see how this thing does, competing against a whole bunch of other different muscle cars, including a Dodge Dart and also one of the Hoonigan Nova, I believe that is, to our side, and a Chevelle. Let's go ahead and see what we do on our first turn up here. How well do we do? Do we turn? We actually do turn, which is surprising given this thing is a muscle car, and we've just slightly knocked another one out of existence. Can I get that one off the bridge? No, but I can fly past both right there. I think that's about the quickest that we've ever made our way to first place in the history of making these particular types of videos, and this thing's only in A-class, it's not even in S1. This thing honestly has the potential to be an absolute A-class monster, as long as it can keep it out of walls, unlike myself. But I really do think it has the potential to do really well online, so definitely go ahead and give it a try on there. And after about the quickest race segment in Horizon history, let's go ahead and take ourselves up to the line with quite a fair gap between us and literally everybody else, but we'll go ahead and claim ourselves another first place with a time of 2 minutes 12. Not too bad. And what a race that was. Now let's go ahead and get this thing ready for another kind of race, a drag race. So we need to go ahead and throw in 1,500 brake horsepower and make this thing all-wheel drive, just so we don't go absolutely spiraling out of control off the side of the racetrack. But let's go ahead and get this thing all prepped and ready, and then we're just going to go ahead and absolutely floor it. Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, this thing can have white walls. And now I have to sit here and retune the entire car. Okay, and now away we... Oh, come on, it's happened again. Oh, has it? Because here we are back over at the main festival. Let's go ahead and give this thing a wheelie check. Do we get anything? Nope. Oh well. Over to the drag strip we go. Okay, so here we are now over at the edge of the drag strip. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready on launch control. And 3, 2, forget it, who needs numbers? Away we go. Let's go ahead and see what 1,500 brake horsepower can do with a 4-speed transmission in a drag-built Pontiac. Do we get 200 to the camera? I really hope we do. We're very close, and we do. 202.41 and an extra gear still to go, passing the end of the drag strip at 223 and nearly having a massive crash afterwards. And now here we are back again to go ahead and get this thing ready for the road. So we're going back to our semi-slicks, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the tyre size just a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and find out what this thing can do with 1,500 brake horsepower. We're going in a straight line, other than the drag strip. Essentially, that was a really long-winded way of saying we're going to go and take this thing for a top speed run. However, before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the Forza Horizon shop for the week. We've got the Porsche 959, we've got the Snap emote, we've got the McLaren 600 LT Coupe, we've also got the Creative Tee alongside your Horizon Super Wheelspin and your regular Horizon Wheelspin. Alright, let's get out to the road. And here we are, so let's go ahead and see what this thing can do with the 1500 brake horsepower, decent road tyres now, and hopefully some decent driving. Anyway, away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Place your bet in the comments of what speed you think we're going to hit. And out of the speed zone at 258.31, and we are still accelerating with the downhill and speed cameras to go, so let's get going. Alright, our camera's up here, there it is, 268.31, and now to the downhill, our favourite bit of doing any of these runs, 271, do we get 272? Nope, just 271 for about 5 seconds, but honestly, that is still a really good speed for this thing considering it's originally from 1973. So now there's one thing left to do. We're going drifting. So here we are now over at the drift zone. Let's go ahead and throw this thing in and see what we can do with a lot of power and a very good retuned gearbox, because they totally didn't stuff anything up the first time. You saw nothing, that did not make the edit. But going through the speed zone, we've got 36,409, and I just called it a speed zone when it isn't. I promise I'm professional. Going back the other way now, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Try not hit the bridge, as we seem to do pretty much every time we come through here. But can we beat 36,000? We can. 38,123 points out of the drift zone. See, I got the name right this time. And joy of joys, where I want to go to finish this video off. Of course, there is a sandstorm, because the joys of spring. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Tech out. See ya. You're telling me I could have had the design all this time?